it makes the other team chase.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Dallas trots on the field. There's Dak Prescott, their quarterback. Kind of an up-and-down year for him as you look back, Charles. He did have a career high, although the sample size is pretty small, just a few years, but better than 3,700 yards. I don't know, what'd you make of Dak?
I thought he continued to make improvement. You know, people want to talk about his accuracy. If you look at his numbers, way better than you would expect when people mention where he places the football. He is 32-16 as a starter in the regular season. And his number of touchdown passes, as you said, small sample size, but 23, 22, 22 in his 3 years. I would tell him going forward, aim for a career high in rushing yards. That'll help their entire offense.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
On second down, Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On third down, it's Prescott, and that's caught by Beasley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a three-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Elliott, the leading rusher for the second time in his 3 NFL seasons, 1,434 yards, more than 100 better than second-place Saquon Barkley.
And the offense runs through Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas. He makes them go. And how about how he added to his pass catching this year? His numbers jumped up in a big way. So when Dak Prescott didn't have something downfield, he just dumped it out into the flat to number 21.
Here you go.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down, Prescott. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Change of scenery turned out to be really good this year for Cooper and the Cowboys. 9 games with them, over 700 yards, including that 217-yard 3-score performance against the Eagles.
And remember, that last score was in overtime to give Dallas a huge win in the NFC East and help propel them to a division title. 1,005 yards combined between Oakland and Dallas. The third time he's gone over 1,000 in his 4 seasons in the NFL.
46, 46.
A first down carry by Allen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Prescott now. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down.
It's up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And his kick is indeed good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ben Roethlisberger is set to lead this Pittsburgh offense. And this last year, 36 years of age, Charles led the NFL in passing yardage for the 2nd time. He just edged out Patrick Mahomes by 32 yards. But a career high for Ben, over 5,100 passing yards.
The first time he's topped the 5,000-yard plateau. But on the negative side, missed the playoffs for just the 5th time in his 15 seasons. He'd give those 32 yards away in a heartbeat if his team had made the postseason tournament.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
Out wide was the youngest player in the NFL in 2017, Juju Smith-Schuster. And he also had the longest reception in the league last season at 97 yards. Actually well-schooled in route running and able to run from both outside and moving inside to the slot position in order to make big plays.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Roethlisberger to his big target, James. All 6-7 of him for a Steeler 1st down. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The second-year man, Smith-Schuster, coming off a terrific season. 111 catches, over 1,400 yards, and 7 scores as well.
And he could very well slide into the #1 receiver role, depending on how events transpire in this offseason. But even if that doesn't happen, already has universal respect within his own locker room, was named this year's team MVP for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Set! Like 30! Jump out! 8!
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
But no takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. Now being hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get him the football back. Now, Charles, as the Cowboys take over here, what do you think of the season that Dallas had? Yes, they get in the playoffs, but that's now 6 straight divisional round games that they've lost.
And that doesn't make you feel great as an organization. But think about this season. They started 3-5, ended up winning their division. Questions about their head coach, Jason Garrett's future. They finished 7-1 to claim that 3rd NFC East title in 5 years. And then they added a playoff win over Seattle as well. So I think the future looks good for Dallas. I also like what they're building in terms of Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott on offense. But how about on defense? They got 2 of the better young linebackers in the league, and Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. Build around them and watch for the Cowboys to be in the mix in years to come.
Austin's got it left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Got a second here to assess Pittsburgh's last season as their offense comes onto the field. You know, for most of the folks that are fans of the Steelers, they're probably saying, wow, this was tough. But, hey, they were 9-6-1. The thing is, expectations there are playoffs every year.
You're right. And to show that, they haven't been under 500 since 2003. It's a very consistent franchise. But remember how the season began. Le'Veon Bell once again holding out. They expected him to show up and play. That didn't happen. Then at the end of the year, Antonio Brown, Ben Roethlisberger. What's going to happen there? So they bookended their season with controversies. In the middle, did not play up to their standards. I still thought they were going to win the AFC North. Turned out Baltimore nosed them out. they've got to do some retooling in the offseason.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Numbers-wise, another great season for Brown. Over 100 catches, nearly 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns. But, yes, there was some late-season drama, was there not?
There was, and that has the Steelers, it sounds like, listening to trade offers in the offseason. Front office saying they're not going to release him, but, quote, all options are on the table, which is not something you normally hear with your number one receiver. And those kind of numbers, remember, they're amassed despite double and triple coverage on just about every snap.
On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. CD before this next drive gets going. The Pro Bowl took place January 27th in Orlando. Third year in a row that the AFC has won, and really the third year in a row where the weather in Orlando has not been too kind. It was ice cold 2017, and then downpours the last couple of years.
Yeah, in addition to it being cool as well again this year, so rain and cold. That hurts the crowd a little bit, but still, this game has evolved into what I would call a crazier type NFL game. Quick whistles to make sure guys don't get hurt when there's tackling going on. How about receivers playing defensive back? Defensive backs like Jalen Ramsey catching touchdown passes. And to cap it all off, when they awarded the MVP trophy to, I believe, Patrick Mahomes, it broke.
Yeah, indeed, it was Mahomes, the MVP of the offense. Jamal Adams, MVP of the defense in the 26-7 AFC victory. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Hey, got 3. It's coming now. Here we go, 46. 26.
A second down throw for Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Morgan Burnett. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, while we have a second here, how about we get bold and make a couple Super Bowl predictions?
Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and put ourselves on the spot.
Just more fodder for the angry people. What do you think? Who's going to win it? Who's going to be the MVP?
Well, my prediction for this one is the New England Patriots win the football game. They win it 32-30. The MVP, the McCourty twins, Jason and Devin. They both get 2 interceptions apiece. And instead of splitting the trophy, they wrestle for it right there in the 50-yard line post-game. Because you know sibling rivalries, one always wants the upper hand.
Okay, that's bold. I'll go Rams on a Greg Zuerlein 44-yarder from the right hash as time expires.
44, that's nothing for him.
MVP Todd Gurley, 2 touchdowns, 1 catching, 1 rushing. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger will throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
As they get ready for this next drive, we shift our attention to a little Super Bowl conversation. The 3rd time that the Super Bowl, Charles, is going to be played in Atlanta, and the Patriots had 35,000 folks come out in Foxborough before departing for a little rally.
How about that? You would think that would be a fan base where it might be a little bit blasé about the whole thing because they seem to go just about every year. But they continue to use their rallying cry. They hate us because they ain't us. And as for the game itself, February the 3rd, I can't wait. I'll be there to call the game internationally one more time. Just remember, this game is 17 years to the day since Super Bowl 36. Got this whole Patriots thing kick-started. Literally. Out of Vinatieri with a game-winning field goal. Patriots beat the Rams 20-17. Same franchise, different city. They were in St. Louis then.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, second down.
Here we go, 46. Good.
Prescott now on second down. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it looks like Steeler football. It is. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return? Everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home.
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. The give is to Elliott. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. That'll bring up second down. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th. Youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it, obviously the age comes into play. But to me, it's more the experience. The number of times that the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl with Belichick leading them versus Sean McVay's first time in the Super Bowl leading the Rams. Will that game experience come into play at all? But I do like this about Sean McVay. Raised in the game, raised up through the NFL system, no matter how young he might be. Remember, his grandfather was a head coach and a GM in the league. He gets it. He understands. I highly expect the moment to be just fine for him and not too big.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Good.
Prescott on 1st down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. Tim carried out for Elliott. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has the look of a game that could very well go down to the wire. Just 1 point separating these two clubs at the break. But they're ready for the second half, and we are too. As we'll kick it right back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. They saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
False start, offense.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call
Still second
was
down
for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. After the penalty, it's Elliott. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
They start with a give to counter. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's Prescott. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. On that quick throw, what do you think? Possibly something they saw at the line to go there?
Possibly in the game plan, and you notice they went with an empty backfield. No backs there to help with pass protection, so you have to have a counter to that because you know they're probably going to bring pressure.
And Beasley's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cole Beasley, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. He got 29 yards that time.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the 50, it's Rudolph. And this one's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Detroit! Detroit!
Second and 10, Rudolph again. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe-Awuzie with a pick. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the fourth. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift, that takeaway. Even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. A give to Elliott, and he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
They'll take it at the 42. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure. And to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Connor. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. To throw again is Roethlisberger. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
But he decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think Frank's put 3 points on his ledger.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here we go, 46, 46. Done. 46.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Toss play, Connor, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance, and then they end up winning this game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Again, it's Elliott. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. Would need to.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. First down. Discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here you go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
This is Elliott, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Cowboys on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
The extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he is going to be brought down at the 3-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Only able to make it to the 15 after the nice move. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And the Steelers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.